And we should be live. Just checking the gate, as they say in the biz. Making sure that YouTube's live and we're rolling cleanly. And YouTube sucks. It's not giving me a damn thing. It's just looking at me going, I'm sorry, Ranger. I can't do that right now. Well, apparently we've been live for so long that, okay. Thank you, YouTube. Thanks for participating. Thanks for letting me know that and give me the image to listen that we are actually live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Jedi Academy, the Q&A show for Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, the longest running Q&A show in the community. How many episodes are we on? 177. My God, what is wrong with us? We've been doing this 177 times. Woo! That's a lot of coffee, bagels, and missed opportunities right there. But welcome to the show. This is our Q&A show where we're here to answer your questions about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. And we bring a panel of the best and the brightest, and then we sprinkle in our mental damage into the mix to get you the best answers we can for you for the game. Talk about the latest things that are going on, yada, yada, yada. Humana. Yes. Joining me, of course, you know who I am. I'm Ranger J 1999. We've got Heinzie the Preloader here with us.
Hey everyone, how are you? Good morning, you bunch of US freaking legends. I hope you're well.
Yeah. There's a lot of preloading going on yesterday, or a few hours back.
It was an auto set, man. It was a disgusting auto set. It really was nasty. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but you don't listen, Heinzie. You're driving me nuts. So I do this, you do the complete opposite.
Dude, I could listen or not, but I can tell you one thing right now.
I'm trying to prevent the preload.
A 7 mil GP auto set is disgusting.
It's
it really is horrid, man. It really is. Your Galactic Legend Kylo lined up with gas in the second slot. It was just.
It was pretty bad. Rey with,
it was not pretty.
Rey with Luke was not was far from dreamy or creamy. Ugh.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Can we forget about that?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Not to worry. As a side note, just as an announcement, so for today we'll have the Jedi Academy. I go right into my GAC right afterwards, so these guys are always welcome to stick around and watch that, and we'll talk about the different teams and have fun. And then after that, Finn will do his GAC. I'm going to be probably sleeping because I'm exhausted to get a nap in because we have D&D tonight at 8 p.m. Continue your Wildmouth campaign, and that's going to be on Twitch. So there you go. Also joining us, we've got Clash is a miracle. Clash DOE's
What
here.
is up? How's it going, guys? Good to see you.
That's right. And last but not least, rounding it up, my heterosexual life mate, whether I want to get rid of him or not. Divorce will not work. I need to get a true annulment from the Church of Revan, and they've said no. So we have Finity, the troll extraordinaire, Dr. Finn, medicine woman. Dr. Finn, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Nobody cares. All right, so if you're new to this stream and you haven't seen how this works, it's pretty simple. We're here to answer your questions, and you got the questions. We're here to answer it, but there is a format and a way to do this. Now, Finn's collecting questions. Don't be that person that gives Finn a hard time. There's only one person allowed in this world to give Finn a hard time, and that would be me. So, if you want your question scooped up by Finn, all you need to do is put your question in chat. You can see there's some examples there. The way we do it is we filter with Nightbot by words, and the keyword is question. The actual word question for your question statement. So put the word question, write out your question, and then we'll get it scooped up. If you don't, I don't want to hear anything. We told you how the format works. It's right there on the screen. It's right there. You can read it. We're telling you how to do it. So I don't want to hear any bitching or moaning when you don't get your question answered. But please do, because we really want to get to your questions, and that's what we're here to do. We'll go round robin with the panel, giving specific questions. If you have a question for a specific panelist, put that in there and we'll get that. So make Finn's job easier by doing the right thing. Also, hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Comments, that's stuff you hear every content creator, but it really does matter. So please hit the thumbs up on the video. It does get our content out there in the algorithm of YouTube. Unlike Twitch, YouTube, oh boy, they really make your life miserable if you don't get that crap done. So, anyway, we had another panelist pop in, and that is the Nev. Hi, Nev, and you're muted, Nev. Thank God. Here, I'll do the kung fu fighting. Very good. I'm very glad to be here.
Is that better?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Yeah, I had to get coffee.
Right. Well, yeah, I'm drinking my own coffee right now. God, do I need it? Oh, we just got a $10 donation from Meow Meow. Suck a meow.
Meow meow goes
Yeah,
bang.
she goes, good meowing, you dingoes. You let that turn meter loader back. You're the best, Heinzie. Can we get the preload song? Wait, I'm not playing the preload song on the Jedi Academy.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm 1,000% sure. I've heard that shit
If the
enough.
people want it, man, you got to give the people what they want, Ranger. We've talked about this,
go
brother.
watch your stream because there's plenty of that all over there. You can go back and list the Heinzie stuff. And
Okay, if you want people to donate and actually not follow through with what they want, man, that's completely up to you, not me, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that guilt shit doesn't work on me, Heinzie. Nice try.
Just saying.
But I'm just saying too. I'm retorting what you said. You laid out your case, and I shit all over it. So that's the way it works here. So.
Okay, hit me up, meow meow. I'll send you a copy.
Hit
me up, meow meow. I'll sort you out.
We'll play it here in a little bit. I don't want to play it right now. It's too early. I just got done listening and dealing with that crap. It's way too early. I've not had enough coffee to just getting banned right into the damn preload song.
Yeah, more caffeine is required. A lot more caffeine is required.
And heroin, I think, is the call of the day.
I don't even think hookers and blow would be enough to.
Not right now, no, man. I have to give it about 30 minutes for the effects to take hold before I could handle that. Although there was a cool song that they did yesterday. What was it? Was Fulbright did that? The Ice Ice Baby version. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that was funny. Yeah, it was an epic night again last night. Fulbright won the song of the week, and yeah, he made up a Vanilla Ice version of a Heinzie preload song that I had to rap. It was pretty brutal. Yeah. Let's move on, shall we? It wasn't pretty.
Well, what we like to do is we're getting people time to. All right, play the preload song. Let's just get it over with. I'm preparing.
Oh, you want me to play it? You serious?
Yeah, just play the goddamn preload song so I can get it over with because it's gonna be lingering in my head and my head hurts already. So let's just do it.
Okay. Well, okay. Hang on. Please wait. 1 moment, sir. 1 moment, sir. Let me see what I can
Your
crank up
call
here.
is very important to us.
Yeah. We're recording this for quality purposes. Please hold. Let's see here. Where is it here?
Sweetheart.
I'm working on it. No pressure, dude. It's okay. Here we go. All right, 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 guys. Turn your mics off because this is pretty horrid. Let's go.
I don't hear anything. I'm not hearing anything.
We're not getting anything on our side, Heinzie.
Heinzie, we're not hearing anything.
Nothing? Oh.
Nothing. Nicked. Nada. Niente.
Please hold, sir. Please hold. That's crazy. Hang on. Let me mess with the settings. Hang on a sec. Hang on a sec. Let me mess with the settings here. It's being silly. Let's see here. Please hold. Should work here. That's annoying. Let's try. It will now. Tell me this doesn't work, guys. Give me a thumbs up if it does, alright? Yeah. Should work.
Oh, preload, my old friend. It's nice to see you again. And as the toilet paper flies off the shelf, I'm in jail all by myself. And Heinzie loses in the GAC all over again. Change your name to Ben in the sounds of preload.
Enough to make anyone want to drink, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah. What the hell happened?
A bottle of sleeping pills.
What the hell happened with you? That last round of GAC, Heinzie, you got a flawless victory. Were you like sober or something?
Yeah,
I mean,
he listened.
Yeah.
So what happened? Because like
I did listen to Ranger. That's why I did really well.
you listened to somebody. Wow. Because
I did.
Yeah,
I was reading it and I'm looking at it and I'm like, nah, this can't be right. A one-shot flawless victory in an entire round? Like, what's going on here? Was he stone cold sober or something?
You guys might find this hard to believe, but from time to time, I can actually kick some serious ass. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen from time to time. You might find that hard to believe. I've got a reputation of being shit house in GAC, but from time to time we go, okay, there we go, bang! Meow Meow goes bang with the 15. That's the stuff. There we go. Thank you, Heinzie. Can we hear Kermit taken?
Finn, I don't know if we have it set up on this one to do that.
No, we don't have any of the alerts set up on Jedi Academy.
Yeah, so remind us, when when Finn's doing his GAC, he'll just play it for you. Is that fair enough?
I can play during yours too, potentially.
What's that?
I can play during yours if you need.
Okay, yeah, we'll pop it in there. So there you go. So. All right. We're gonna let everybody time to get their questions in. So get those questions in. There will be a cutoff on time at a certain point for questions. So it behooves you to get your questions in sooner rather than later, because we will have a cutoff, and you'll just have to wait for our next show or something before we can get to your question. But the cool thing is we've got a Discord. I highly encourage everyone to join it. If you have questions or just want to meet a great community of people, come hang out in there. And man, trust me, you'll get your answer. multiple answers on what you're looking for. So, all right, let's talk about what's on everyone's brain this week for Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. I mean, we're kind of in limbo really right now. We're waiting for the next requirements for Galactic Legends, and GAC's wrapping up, TB's wrapping up, and we're kind of just waiting to see. I think the big thing is the Galactic Legends, the final requirements and what they're going to be, so everyone can start doing what they need to do. I think we've talked ad nauseum about those. We've got the Galactic Challenges as well that they've made changes to recently, where they're still testing it out. But I've been pleasantly surprised with the changes that they've made. Really good changes, in my opinion, for Galactic Challenges. Start with you, Heinz. Anything on your mind this week about the game, or is it just kind of like, we're just moving right along for right now?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a bit of business as usual, brother. There hasn't been a lot that's happened, obviously, announcement-wise this week. It's been a quiet one. Look, we've obviously had the next lot of Galactic Challenges come out, which I basically autoed from start to finish with Kylo.
He's a monster in that. It's been in both of them so far.
He's beast mode. He's beast mode in that. But I did get a twinkling in my eye, Ranger. You know that a few hours ago while you guys were asleep. We had the Grizzly session late last night, and there's a twinkling, and it's only a twinkling of a possible raid coming up. And seriously, I got some tingles, man. I seriously did. I really hope from the bottom of my heart that happens, because we need some more.
We need another raid. Yeah, we do need another raid.
We need another raid, man. We're so overdue. And I was hinting to it. We were speaking to our boy Fulbright, and I was getting some tingles. I was getting a lot of tingles, and what he was telling me, I liked what I heard. I don't know what the particulars are. I don't know what's going to happen. But there was a mention of a raid to start with, and there was a mention of needing, I asked him straight up if there's no moon involved, and he didn't confirm or deny that. But again, man, I was getting a bit tingly. I'm not going to lie. It's just crazy.
All right.
So, yeah,
when you say tingly more than once or twice, it starts making
I know. It starts getting a bit weird.
Yes, it's very weird.
No. There's a lot of tingle action down under, man. That's how we roll down here, right?
See, now you really made it weird. Yeah, you ruined it. All right.
I can make it weirder.
That's
just
a cue for
warming
you
up.
to shut your pie hole, Heinzie. Clash.
Love you too, Ranger.
God damn it! What about Clash?
Shut up, Ranger.
You guys are funny. I like that, Heinzie. That tingly is actually a little bit more of a burning sensation for me. I think it might be good, it might be bad, I'm not sure, but I'm definitely liking the idea of a raid, and I've definitely felt the winds of change of coming on something like that. So super excited, and I think the biggest thing is that they're judges with potentially something like this coming out there. We need a few more things to do, and I've been really happy with Mon Mothma and TB. That one seems like that really helped spread out the roster a little bit and get more depth there. And it's been a lot of fun in GAC too, either watching people somehow stumble against it on defense, or finding creative ways to use it on offense. So I don't know. Like I said, I think we're all in a little bit of a limbo right now, but I still think there's some good stuff coming. So
there you go. All right, the Nev, who has the same background as Finn, which is throwing me off because you guys are next to each other, and it was like, what the hell?
I just saw that he was on the bridge of a Star Destroyer and decided that, I too wanted to be on the bridge of a Star Destroyer.
Go. Well, that works. All right, he changed it to porgs. Okay, don't do that, Nev, because I know you hate porgs as much as I do. So, yeah. Mine's
barbecued porgs.
Yes. Yes. Anything on your mind there, Nev?
No, just I've had a lot of fun this week. I've did JKL twice, which was nice. I did the JKL event on my alt account. Found it a lot easier, so it is very RNG dependent. Did it with all Relic 3 characters and not all 6E mods. So for those people out there that think that they really, really need excellent mods in order to do the JKL event, you don't. You really, really don't. You just need some good RNG.
Yeah.
Sacrifice a couple of goats and you'll be fine. But apart from that, loving, GAC's rocking and rolling. So I'm a happy person.
All right. All right. So we're going to get into the questions now. Finn's been collecting them. Also, hit that thumbs up, folks. We got like 70-some people, 19 likes. Come on, we can do a little bit better than that.
Come on, guys.
Hit the thumbs up.
Come on. You can do better than that. They're rookie numbers.
We need to. All right, Finn. We're going to start from the preloader and work our way around. So, Finn, question number 1 to this guy named Hinsey.
Okay. So, Heinze, question to you from Darth Scion, 1972.
Hey, Scion, how are you, brother?
And the question is, if you had to speculate on the next 5 characters for Galactic Legend Luke, who would they be?
Oh, is it okay? So is this question what I want or what I think will happen?
What do you think will happen?
You just said if you had to speculate. So give both what you want and what you think will happen.
Okay, Farm Boy Luke's a lock, right? Farm Boy Luke's going to happen. Get your Farm Boy Luke up and running, straight up, dead set. That's going to happen. I have this tingling feeling in the back of my mind that we're going to need to farm the Hoth brothers. I hope I'm wrong. I really do.
I think Farm Boy Luke's coming in here too.
I just have this feeling that the Hoth brothers are going to be needed, and everyone's not going to be happy about that. But it makes sense because people haven't got him farmed up. I think that might happen.
I think CLS is going to be added too.
CLS.
I just throwing it out there. I think they're going to be.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is the thing with speculation. You don't know until they drop. But I reckon. I mean, the last batch are going to be harder than easier, aren't they? I mean, I think so. I think we've had a pretty good run, especially with Luke so far. I think Luke's requirements are damn good. I mean, most people that have been playing the game for years now have these guys at least unlocked, or the majority of them unlocked anyway, to get them within striking distance. So I've just got this feeling in the back of my mind that next week we're going to find that, hey, here you go, suckers! We had you soft until now, and they're going to hit you with something hard. But we'll just have to wait and see, won't we?
It could be Biggs and Wedge. It could be all kinds of characters. I mean, that's the thing. We just don't have any idea what's the thought process.
Oh, Leia.
Yeah, I said Leia. Yeah, Leia's. I think she's going to be maybe one of them. But then I could be completely off. They could go in a totally different direction with the characters that are needed for this. I mean, you look at Darkseid, it's all over the map. It really is.
I mean, if there was a general layer in the game, which there isn't, if there was a general layer, that would be a shoo-in. That makes perfect sense. That would work. There isn't a general layer. So, yeah, I think they're just going to have to obviously work on what we have in the background back in our rosters and see what they have available that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be exact, kind of.
I still think BB-8's a shoo-in.
You think BB-8's in there?
Yeah. I still think BB-8's a shoo-in because BB-8 and R2-D2 were both needed
so if you had,
to find him.
The map, yeah, possibly.
The map.
Yeah.
I'm not saying no, but yeah, look, I think the Hoth brothers are probably closer than BB-8 is. I don't know, but again, I'm not wanting them. I'm just saying that I'll look from the outside in and think, what's the hardest bloody thing to farm right now that people haven't got in their roster, and Hoth brothers stand out to me. Hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong.
We'll see. I mean, well, hopefully we get it this week because we got not this. The previous week is when we had the last announcement.
Yeah.
So
Restricted on Thursday if they follow the same sort of release date. You know.
yeah, unless they announce it a little bit early, because yee, here we go again with this stuff. So, all right. Question number 2 goes to Clash. Clash.
So, Clash, question to you. How do you mod gas? And this is from Nathan H. How do you mod gas for Arena, and what is a good speed for him?
I think 240 is good for speed, over 240 if you can. And I go just max offense. Like, I have to look at it, but crit damage triangle, offense square. I'm sorry, offense cross. Let me look.
So you don't go protection on gas. You go offense with gas.
Not if I'm using them in arena.
See,
Okay,
I did both.
I'm,
I did both. I did offense and protection, but I had the mods to do that. So
yeah, so I got them at 9,400 damage. Speed is 237, so it's probably a little slower than I want. Crit chance 66%. So yeah, I mean, I think that's generically I think a good build because all you really need them for under Ray is just to dish out the damage. So.
Okay, and that is a gas under Ray, right? So did you mod him differently when you were using him as lead in Arena?
Oh yeah,
I don't know where he is. So
yeah, when we used him as lead in Arena, that you want him max protection and high damage, just because he's going to be taking a lot of turns. And again, back then it was because we were using him as a DR counter and things like that, and you really wanted to max out as much protection as possible. But under Ray, I think high damage is really all you need. And if you're using them as a counter in GAC to a arena team, not under Ray, like under JKR, you still want them high damage and a decent amount of speed. So I think that's flexible for either the counter to different GLs already, or if you're using them under your GL.
yeah, especially in arena. But I didn't really change my mods for him because I was able to again keep the mods I had with the offense and protection that I had previously because of the mods I had. Because I left it that way because I do just fine arena, get 1 and 2 on my rotation, and then leave them like I had them for GAC. So it's easier said and done, but that's why we stress, and you'll say I think everybody in the panel agree that mods, and more mods. And today is double drops on mods, so
it's a big day for mods.
Get your mods.
Yep.
If you don't like mods, deal with it. Suck it up, Buttercup, and go get your mods.
That's the adage is that gear is for show, but mods are for dough. Right?
Yes.
Just keep that in mind.
That's very good. All right, next question to the Nev.
okay, so question to the Nev from Nathan H. Is it a good idea to farm first order ships since I will have the pilot's relic?
If you've finished farming for all the other ships and you've finished farming for all the other important characters, I guess it doesn't do any harm, especially for future-proofing your fleet roster in the event that we do get a fleet raid, and in the event that they do up the amount of fleets required for GAC. So there's no harm in future-proofing yourself as long as you're not kind of being detrimental to any other particular farms. I mean, if you're farming for an actual character that's going to be useful in an aspect of the game that's being used now, then I don't see the harm in it. But only if you're not gonna hamstring yourself on something else.
All right.
There you go.
Perfect. And then back up to the artist formerly known as Heinzina.
It's me.
All right, so Ziglet has a question. Says, is the Chupio Zeta worth it?
Okay, let me have a look. I was just going to check my roster and see what I've got dated. Hang on 1 second. Chipio. One moment, sir. Sorry, I've had a few quiet ones. Not going to lie. Chewie's Rage. Absolutely it is. Yes. Highly recommend it. Again, it depends on what other ones are in line, though, to do first. If you have the majority of your meta teams Zeted, I'd highly recommend doing those first. But he's not a bad Zeta. Mon Mothma is one I'd prioritize if that's something that you're looking at as well at the moment. Mon Mothma is unique. It's something that I highly recommend Zetaing. But at the end of the day, it depends on your roster. It's really hard to say exactly, but you're not going to be disappointed if
No,
you do GPO.
in Lightside TB, it's a game changer because it stacks between phases. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%. No, I think I think both the new characters, Mon Mothma and Baka, are goddamn amazing.
they're legit.
They're amazing.
Yeah,
They
They're
really,
legit.
they really are, man. Jedi Luke too. Once you get him in
Yeah.
TB, I was doing TB on Tuesday, just chilling out and saying thank you to everybody. I did a quick stream on Twitch, and I was doing my light side GOTB battles. And Jedi Luke in the Jedi mission, I cannot tell you how good that goddamn guy is in that Jedi mission, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he shuts that shit down. It's so good. So. A lot of these characters, and I'm excited because, you know, with Jedi Master Luke, I'm really excited to see how that's going to help out in Lightside Chief TV. Just so that we know that we can, like, I went 12 for 12 that day, so it's not a matter right now. It's just going to help us really round out our rosters at the higher end to be able to just start everything, and then it's just a matter of just collecting the GP, because then it's just, what's CG going to do to help us? Because mathematically, there's no way in hell anybody's sniffing max stars on this thing. I don't care how many characters they have. All right, Finn, we're going to Clash of Clans next.
Okay, so Clash. Question to you from Nathan H. says, I have been using Barris in my Galactic Republic to free up other characters. When should I use her second ability in combat?
It's the only other ability she's got, right? She's just got the
She's got the two, basic and
basic
heal.
and
Equalize.
yeah. I mean, I'd say that for whenever you really need a health equalization, because I'm just trying to think. If you're using, I'm assuming you're using under Padme, right?
Yes, it'll be under Padme.
Yeah. So I mean, to me, I only say that for whenever it looks like I'm about to get blown up. Otherwise, I'm just using basic because the dispel's usually more valuable to me. That's just me. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, I mean, her basic also heals too, so it's not like that's the oh shit button, right? Like,
Yeah, it's like Hoda's, same for
Yeah.
him. I think I just use those in the situations in which
like
I really
oh
need it
boy,
for some reason. Yeah, but in certain cases, if I'm using on other teams, I'll use it because maybe the defense up buff is good for some other character, but normally I'm only using that for if I'm panicking.
yeah. So yeah, it's the
We found last night as well, didn't we, Ranger, with the courage stacks, when you get a lot of courage stacks on her as well.
Yeah.
They're basic kicks like a mule. That does some really good damage as well.
yeah, it kind of helps her
Pretty
not hit like a wet noodle, as they say, as the kids say
Yeah.
today.
pretty
All
good.
right, next we go to that bloody winker Nev.
So, Nev,
Yes.
question to you from Darsion 1972 says, should CG expand the number of teams Division 1 sets in defense to make it more fresh? GAC seems stale, as it's the same teams over and over each round. It's now like TW boring.
Yeah, no, they need to do it. Somebody, I think the best, they missed the trick when they originally set it out, because when they originally set it out, they did it in in ascending order. So Division 1 was the top one, and then they went all the way to 11. They should have done it the other way around, and then they could have just added, so it could have gone 1 to 11, then they could have added a 12, a 13, a 14, and they could have just broken down the GP. But 4.5 to, we know that there are people on 8 million. So to go from 4.5 to 8 million, and we know it's just going to get more and more and more until someone's 9 and then until someone's 10. So they really, I mean, at a minimum, they need to create 3. They need to split 1 into 3. But since 45% of the entire player base is currently residing in Division 2 and Division 1, they should probably just split, just like you have 2 territory battles running in tandem. So you've got a Hoth and a Geo running in tandem. They need to do the same thing with GAC. So just take Division 1 and Division 2 out and split that down into 9 new divisions and have that as GAC Elite, and then have regular GAC and just have them running side by side. And depending on your GP, you're either in GAC Regular or GAC Elite.
why does it matter? I mean, I get it from like the placement of like first, second, third, and all that stuff, but why does it matter if your matchmaking gets broken up by GP and you just still call it Division 1? And you add over a certain GP, you add more, more teams.
Because of the relics and the way the logarithm works. It doesn't matter what your roster is, what your GP is. It's all working off the same 80. And I think if they broke it down into newer divisions, they could fine tune the logarithm. So you could have. You could revert it back to the bottom league being 50 or 50, and then 55 for the next bracket, and then 60, and then 65, and so on and so forth. It would create closer matchups, and it would just fine tune the number of people that you could face in a GAC. Because it wouldn't just be breaking the divisions down; it would be refining the logarithm. The matchmaking logarithm based off the top of an individual person's roster. That's all. So the very top guys, the 8 million to 7 million guys, would still have the top 80 of their roster in a matchmaking, and then the division immediately under would be 70 or 75. The division under that would be the top 60.
Yeah, but 50. I thought the problem is that like those top end guys, even for me at like 6.5, I like this last round I had 3 good teams I wanted to use that they just kind of sit there, because there's just not enough teams on defense. So like that's what I think is what you can change without messing up the divisions. Just say, okay, yeah, once you're over a certain GP, we're going to add 2 more teams on defense. Like
yeah, no, and that by creating or doing something like that also allows them to add new ones. By creating newer divisions, it allows them to put more. Right, okay, so now the top division has to do 10 teams and 2 fleets, and the division under that has to do 9 and 2 fleet. If they break off Division 2 and Division 1, because like I said, the stats are in, and 45% of all the player base doing GAC is in Division 2 and Division 1, that they can increase the number of teams, both character-based and ship-based. So if they just did a break-off GAC Elite, that it would allow them to really, really have a little bit of fun with it and make it different and really engage the player base. Because like I said, that is just 2 divisions. 45% is 2 divisions. So... And
I understand what Clash is saying, though, Nev. Because if you look at TW, for example, right? TW has the breakup of what? The top thing is like 260 million GP, but still the number of teams that you're putting on defense is based on however much number of people that you have queued up, right? Mm. So you could still have
number of people locked in, yeah.
Yeah, so you could still have Division 1 is what it is, just like you have in TW, where it's like 260 million plus. Is what Division 1 is right now in GAC. But you base your number of teams on defense based on your whatever. Let's say they increase the number, top 90 GP, top 100 GP, right? But based on whatever your total GP is, or whatever you're like, based on that, they can determine how many teams you need to put in. So they could do it without needing the divisions, because like you said, and I think it was, if I remember, it was and I can't remember her name, but it is the lady that talked about the stats and everything when you and Paul brought her in.
Yeah, we brought her on there.
Yeah, and I remember her saying, it was backwards. They put the top one at Division 1, so they really left themselves nowhere to go after that because there's nothing you can go but it's Division 1, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So
all right. Finn, take over for a second. I'm watching for spammers in the chat right now. I've been deleting and blocking and doing all that stuff.
What a bunch of dickhead chat.
That's what they do, man. So my eagle eye is on the chat, so I'm just waiting for stuff. As usual, try again. So I'm going to make sure every single one of them gets banned and reported.
Is it porn?
No, it's not actually. It's a whole bunch of bullshit. We haven't
had the porn bots in a while.
No, they've been coming in our comment sections, Finn. So
yes. I do. I have seen
that. Hi, I want boyfriend. I was like, not here. You don't delete.
Oh, Furry wants to be blocked too, so we can go ahead and block her.
No, I'm gonna block Fury.
Fury's a star. And Hellenics, the Greek freaking god. He's a legend. Love you, Hellenics.
All right, so back up to the top here to Heinze.
It's me.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We'll get quickly to a question to Clash 2 right after. Actually, let's just go to Clash really quick because Clash has limited time here.
I think Clash first.
right?
If you want
Clash,
important questions,
was
ask
it-
Clash.
was it at the
Right.
top of the hour or you had 10 more minutes?
No, yeah. So 25 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, then we're fine. Just continue on.
And I'm on Eastern, so you threw me off. You're Central. Okay, we're good. We're
Sorry.
good. Okay, so I'll go to Heinzie here. So
No, go
Heinzie,
to Clash. No, go to Clash first.
well, no, we have enough time. He has 25 minutes. We're gonna go
Yeah.
around the whole sequence, so we're good.
Yeah, we're
good.
fine.
I thought he had 10 minutes for a second, and then I realized he might not be Eastern time zone. Okay, so question Heinzie is from Darcyon
I'm sorry,
1972.
So what? I don't care. Whatever.
What? How you just shut up and answer the damn question? Why you make shit so difficult?
Eye on your star.
God damn it.
Okay, sorry, I'll shut up.
Finn,
Sorry.
please ask the question.
Okay.
For Mr. Potato
Question
Head over there.
Darcyon 1972. He wants to know what's the best way to mod Mon Mothma.
Ooh.
Ooh, wow.
Look at the
Mon
gears
Mothma.
turning in Heinzie's head all of a sudden.
There's not one answer.
know,
First of
right?
all, there's more than one answer.
Clash, don't help him. He's not going to grow if you help him.
Don't
All right,
mess with
sorry,
me,
sorry.
man. Don't mess with me. Okay, Mon Mothma. Okay, so I've got a lot of speed on Mon Mothma. I wanted to go a fair bit. Speed is king anyway. Again, I've only just unlocked her, to be fair, so I'm not overly familiar with Mon Mothma. I'm gonna put my hand up here and
Do we wanna
revert
pass it
to
to
our boy Clash.
Yeah, let's pass it to
Yeah, I
Clash.
want to pass it on to Clash.
All right.
He's got the answers to start, and I look like a
No, you
douchebag
don't.
right now.
It's tough. There's not one answer though. That's the problem, right? It's like I've got her. Yes, I've got her Relic 7. But it really depends on what team. There's so many teams. Like if you go into the GAC counters and like the meta GAC list and SWGOH.gg, there's like 400 pages of potential teams you can make out of her with those Rebel fighters, and so it's really going to depend on what you're pulling together. I like to exploit the fact that she's got 101% tenacity base. So I really pumped up the tenacity numbers and spread that out to everyone. And I've got K2 on my team. So that makes him basically impervious to debuffs, which means he's always taunting. And even if they do land a debuff, she's got her, dispel on basic. The speed, I think I have it right at 100. But most of the turn meter you're going to be getting is from HR Scout. So that's really where you don't have to worry too much about her. And plus she gets the additional bonus 60 speed on her unique, things like that. So to me, I like high tenacity. I like just maxing out a lot of those other stats that get shared. And then to really make the team brutal, I'll of course add in Cassian and Chupio. I like him there better than I do on CLS just because he's also sharing her stats. So I've got 3 characters on that team that have over 200k combined health and protection on top of one of them sits over 130% tenacity. They are truly a brutal team outside of a trail lead counter. I mean, there's really, I watched DR lose to it. So it's a really good team, but depending on all those other teams you run, it just really depends on how you want to exploit that stat sharing ability. To me, I think tenacity is the king though.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's try to give Heinz another question that he might know, like 1 + 1 or something like that.
It's great.
So Heinzie, question from Nathan H. And the question is, when do you use the finalizer in each of your battles?
Cleanups if you need it. At the moment, there's no tank. We need a first order tank. We need a resistance tank. They're certainly lacking in that department. Especially with the resistance one, CG even admitted so when they released the ship that they need a tank, but they still haven't released it yet. So yeah, no, certainly it's a massive flaw at the moment. We definitely need a whole ship rework. It needs an overhaul. It really does. But yeah, I only use finalizer as a cleanup for fun, really. If my first option just goes a little bit pear-shaped.
Why's it got to be pear-shaped? Why can't it be pentagon?
Well, it can be pear-shaped, can be pentagon, it could be
What about a
elliptic,
parallelogram?
rotate, pick, whatever. However, look, when it goes, when it goes, when it goes, that's, you use it after that, right? Straight up. Yeah.
You're not
No
wrong.
other word for it. That's it.
Science. All right, let's go to someone who does know math. Nev.
Okay.
Does he know math?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Confirmed?
Nev's good with the math. I've seen him on the GAC Center, so.
That's true. I figured that was Flair.
Okay.
Only, but okay.
Numbered up. No, flair. It used to be flair, but Flair's not been my wingman for a while, unfortunately. So I've had to do everything on the fly.
Okay.
You had to get out and fly.
A lot of different directions that could go. Let's just go to the question.
All right. So the question from Nathan H. What is your favorite negotiator lineup and in what order?
I guess I'm kind of a bit boring there, really. My favorite negotiator lineup is Anakin, Ahsoka, Y-wing, and then the reinforcements would be Plo, Fives, and Clone Sergeant. But I'm just kind of boring that way.
Boring.
It's kind of like, I mean, I know you've got there's two standards. You've got the Anakin, Embarum, and Houndstooth, and then obviously you can come in with the Y-wing, and then you can come in with Plo, and then you can come in with Ahsoka. But I'm not a big fan of Rex. To be perfectly honest.
Rex is awesome.
At pooping.
Yeah, I've not used Rex since they brought out the Y-wing. And the thing is, I tend to put that on defense anyway. So I don't really use it for offense.
Do you have Rex 7-star?
Yeah.
The ship?
Yeah, and I got him relic and everything.
No,
Yeah,
I mean my Rex isn't relict, but I do have him at 7-star, and I do have the ship at 7-star. So.
Okay, see that's my problem. I've only got him at 6-star on the ship, and that's those because you can't ever find those freaking. That's the only.
It's probably one of the reasons why I tend to shove my negotiator on defense in GAC, because I just prefer my MILF. I just prefer using the MILF. I always have. I'm a MILF lover.
I mean, we all got our taste, you know.
Yeah,
As long
exactly.
as you didn't say blue MILF lover, I was going to be like, well, I mean, all right, back up to Einstein up there, Heinze. Let's see if we can get him a question up there to see if we can answer it.
Yes, sir.
I have a hard time following after that.
Yeah.
Okay, but Heinze, question to you.
After Nev talked about MILFs.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So question to you from Nathan H. How do you farm the rarer, more difficult relic material?
It's called packs. That I mean, let's be honest. It is.
It's super hard in the shard store and stuff like that.
It is.
Super
the
hard.
Sucks. Again, if you're going for the lower, if you're going for the low ones, you can get the drain plugs. They work really well. If you're going for the lower geared ones, and that's what I'm struggling at the moment. The chromium transistors are not my friend. I'm farming the bore mods for that, and I've got 2 characters put aside for. I've got Lobot put aside, and I've got let me think who else I've got. Lobot, and I've got someone else as well. And their job is basically just to farm relic materials for me, but that doesn't help me in the higher end ones. Certainly. The heat sinks you can farm okay as well. They work really well, but the higher end ones, they're designed to spend or save. They really are. That's their whole design. So there's no real easy way to farm those. You've just got to obviously drop the Gear 13 material on it to actually get those relic materials, and they've designed it that way for that purpose.
It's one of those things where you have to make a choice, right? So with Get 2, you can get a lot of those pieces. And then you combine that with the shard store, but that's if you're going to commit to Galactic Legends characters for that nature to round out some teams. You have to make a choice. Either you finish up Negotiator, Malevolence, things of that nature, right? Or you go for gear for these characters. Now, I did Negotiator first. I want to make sure I had that ship. I used it exclusively after that for a long time for furnaces, like the right side furnaces and other gear like that, especially the purple gear. I mean, you don't think about it, but when you're doing 6 pieces, that purple gear will go like that. And then now that I've got both Galactic Legends and I'm in a good spot, I've gone back and I'm all Get 2's nothing for Malevolence. Now it sucks because you start noticing again where you're like, man, I need 4 furnaces. Shit. It's like, oh man, the temptation's there, but you have to stay on target. So I will not stop until Malevolence is 7 stars. But you can substitute it out, but you have to make that decision. And I think you have to decide: do I want Negotiator, which I think you should get first before you start really using get one, or Malevolence, one of those two ships, before you start investing gear. Some people are like, nah, I'll just stick with Home 1 and I'll just get the get for right now and then worry about those ships later. It's something you're gonna have to do depending on your roster. It's one of those things, but it takes a long time in Shard Store to get a lot of those pieces because they come in like 4 at a time. They're 360 shards, and before you know it, your shard currency can be gone. And you have to be particular too in the Shard Store, like what you're working on. I would say do it one character at a time and just focus on those pieces, because you get a couple of those 360 and 360. That's 720. You're out of shard currency, especially if you're doing GW every day. You're like, well, I'll see you tomorrow. So gear. Don't we just love talking about gear? Speaking about talking about gear, let's give the next question to Clash. Clash!
All right, so Clash, question to you is from N.R. Wilson. And his question is, how do you mod Chupio for a CLS team?
For a CLS team, so I may be in a weird category here because, I definitely think you still want him modded for damage, right? Because he's doing all the assisting, and but I actually put a potency cross on him because that AoE blind is maybe one of the most OP AoE abilities in the game on a 2-turn cooldown. So I really like having that land on everyone possible. The dispel obviously works, but I like that blind really spreading out. It's, to me, like my favorite ability in the game right now. So offense on like the arrow, crit damage triangle, potency cross. I think I've got a health circle on him, but because it has a lot of speed. I still have a decent amount of speed on him just because I like him taking those turns to apply the said AoE blind. But maybe I'm weird because I didn't go offense cross and I went potency cross instead. What do you guys think?
Yeah, no, that blind is, I couldn't agree with you more. Yeah, potency for that blind, because if you get a full house when Chupio fires off that blind, it's a thing of beauty. It's like when Papa Palpatine gets a full house of stuns, and you're like, you just know he's honestly, like, oh, I'm going to shoot at you now, and I'm going to shoot at you now, and I'm going to shoot at you now. What are you going to do? Oh, nothing. Sorry, I'm going to shoot at you again. And it's just brilliant. It's just a thing of beauty. A full house of blind. It looks, it's lovely.
All right.
Any other opinions on that?
No, I think that's the way to go. The high offense and then get some potency on for the blind. So far, and mine is much lower. I've just kind of been farting around with it, but that seems like the best way too, from what I can tell.
All right. Next question, please, Dr. Finn.
Okay. So we're Nev, right? So Nev, question to you from Nightmare. And the question is, since CG required Jedi Knight Luke for Lactose Luke, can Cam be a requirement for Palpatine?
That would be the dick move of all dick moves.
That would. I mean, I still think needing the previous Galactic Legends would be the biggest dick move of them all. But requiring a Cam would be a massive.
Aren't there more people with Galactic Legends than there are with a 7-star Cam?
Yes, you're right, man. Yeah.
I think Cam might be more of
by a mile.
Yeah, I know. There's only and people have to conglomerate into one guild in order to be able to get those Cam shards, right? They form whatever the Cam guilds.
Yeah.
So it's a close toss up between needing the Galactic Legends or needing Cam as being more of a dick move in that situation.
That'd just be brutal, man. I mean, even the top guilds don't even have the Mother 7-star. Fulbright was talking about last night. He still needs 54. So that means even after this TB, he still ain't going to have it. So it's like, oh, snap, if they did that. I'm just thinking, damn.
Yeah.
Shadowlands the main got it done.
God.
Oh, boy.
That would be nasty. That would be really, really, really nasty. Oh God, yeah, no. I mean, if they wanted to make themselves universally loathed and despised, by a player base, that they just need to do something like that.
Oh,
because the entire player base would be like, right, seriously, that's the way you're going to go? Screw you guys. People would just be like, okay, so everybody, can we collectively agree no one's going to go for Palpatine because screw these guys?
Mm-hmm. I don't think anybody would even, at that point, be like, you working on Palpatine? Yeah, in about 7 years at this point. So,
Now,
because, oh boy.
our new 5-year mission, to boldly go where no one will ever, ever, ever go.
To collect new characters. To stop preloading.
The only person in the world to get Palpatine is Jedi Master Destra.
Yeah, she's like, my Palpatine's great.
Yeah, my Palpatine's great. It's like, really?
Guys,
really?
this
Why is that?
So good.
But you know
So
what the best part
good.
is? It's a Sith, probably, right? So she's not even gonna use him. She's just gonna leave him like
Yeah.
she's gonna leave him there the entire time.
I know.
Just for the hell of it, just to say.
I've got this once. I've got this 7-star. And
It's
they're
really
one
nice.
level. And I just don't ever want to use them.
Oh,
like-
oh boy. Yeah.
Oh my
She
god.
would
I'm
rub it
never
in our
gonna use
faces
it.
like we would deserve.
Yeah.
I
She
think
would, she would.
Adastra. Actually, I think Adastra is a little bit Adastra fallen lately, if I'm right. Went up against one of my boys, Mole Pills, and Mole Pills
Yes.
set all Jedi on the front row. She had to kill Jedi's to get through to the back zones.
She released
And so don't be surprised if it's Jedi Master Adastra fallen these days, guys, because I believe she had to attack the Jedi's on the front row. So there you go. She killed Jedi's.
Good. Good.
Should have put a bunch of like Ugnaught and Ewoks and Jawas, so she had to kill all the younglings.
No, he trolled her on purpose by putting Jedi's up front because she didn't want to kill him, but she had to, whether she liked it or not.
Mm-hmm.
And he did that on purpose, knowing that she would not be happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
God. All right, next question there, Dr. Finn.
Yeah, we're on to
Heinze.
Heinze. So Heinze, question to you from Nathan H.
Nice.
Which Mandalorian characters do you think will be the next ones in game?
Ooh. Okay. Depends on which one. I mean, it's a tough question because Baby Yoda would be an obvious one that we would love to see. I just don't know if we're going to see Baby Yoda or not. I just don't. I've got a feeling that we're going to see Moff Gideon first somehow. I think that would be pretty epic. I really do. But we got season 2 about to drop, and the trailer looks incredible. By the way, that looks amazing. So I think there's more characters to come. I really do. We could see Baby Yoda punching Scout Trooper. We've talked about that before. That's certainly an option. But yeah, I reckon Moff Gideon's probably next, and I think he could buff the troopers a fair bit. I really believe that could be an option that could really get them up.
The troopers are buffed as hell right now with Piet. Or Piet, however you say it.
Yeah. Pet's better, but he's still more Vader centric though. I think.
What?
Yeah, he makes Vader a monster, dude. Like those buffs on Vader. Oh my god! I saw that the other day. I was like, oh no! Oh boy!
Pet's more Vader. Pet's more Vader.
Oh boy!
He's a bit plug and play, but no, I reckon I could see Moff Gideon going in there and just making the troopers just ridiculous, especially with the Death Trooper synergy that there could be if they did a touch up. I reckon that could be pretty cool.
Oh my god! Oh, Piet. Him and Vader, man. Oh my god! I was thinking about the Mando stuff too. I don't think so. This is kind of what I'm thinking we're gonna get for the next year. We got the Galactic Legends coming up. I think they're gonna wait till after season 2 of the Mando launches, and then we're gonna get some characters not only from maybe we'll get characters from the previous season, but we may get some new additional characters that they may secretly be in the talks with. We know that there's Boba Fett's coming back, so there could be a possibility of a new Boba Fett coming into the game. Ahsoka Tano, we rumors that she's going to be in there. So there could be a whole slew of characters coming in from the Mandalorian that they could start bringing in and lead into next year too. Plus, if we add the raid to that, I mean, there's a lot of possibilities with characters and content that could come out here real soon. All right, next question for Clash of the Titans.
Clash. So I'm gonna, because Clash only has like 10 or 5 minutes left, right? So let's go ahead and I'm gonna give you hopefully a couple quick questions and then your fun question to let you pimp before you have to head off.
Nice.
So let's go first off. Question from Oscar Meow. She says,
Uh-oh.
"Who's ready for the next Galactic Legend requirements? Is anyone scared of the third set?"
So far, I'm not scared of it. The only thing that would scare me is if they did some like really, really awful, like, oh, you need Kylo because he trained Kylo, in as a requirement. Because obviously, then I'd have to uninstall the game.
Or you can just work on Kylo. Why you have to be so? Why you have to be...
Some things you just have to be an absolutist and hate filled about,
Well, no,
And,
you can just work on Kylo.
See, like
See,
that's
your
too
pride.
reasonable.
That's your pride talking.
Yeah, you're talking all reasonable. I don't need that. That's too reasonable.
We're reasonable people here.
That would suck.
I could see
we're not.
Kylo being required for Luke, and then Rey maybe needed for Palpatine.
No, it won't.
And I'm not
because it's a
talking Galactic.
Legend.
I didn't say Galactic Legends. I'm talking crew and JTR. Or we already had JTR, but we could have like Kylo and Mash or something like that they throw in there just as a version of Kylo or something like that. I could see him doing it, So
No one cares about that. People are worried about the Galactic Legend one. The other one. Okay, so next one, Clash from Nightmare. He says, which of these three characters would be better to bring to Relic 7? L3, Vandor Chewie, or Stormtrooper Han?
Yes.
Stormtrooper Han.
He said you cannot say all three. He figured you would say that. He put it in the question.
Okay,
pick
I'll go
L3.
Vandor.
Pick
No,
L3. Pick
Okay,
L3.
yeah, L3 is probably the most common sense one. My head says L3, my heart says Vandor, and like my tingling feeling says Storm Saint Han.
I like the choice of Vandor too. If he goes down, then you lose kind of that res on the team, right? So it makes it nice if he has that extra survivability with his relics and everything.
Right. Yeah, and at like Relic 7, mine is has 230k combined protection. I think his health is up.
He's beastly. Okay, and then your fun question is from Nightmare. It says, for Clash, how is your Supreme Leader Kylo Ren farm going, and who is your favorite First Order faction tune?
That's interesting. I think it's going great because it's 100% completed. I'm finally finished with it. And my favorite character so far, I think, is my 3-star Hux. He's chilling at gear 11, I think, right now or something. I accidentally hit the gear button on him for some reason. But yeah, he's definitely doing great.
You should take him to gear 12 just for the sake of saying you have the only 3-star gear 12 character in the game.
Yeah, that's a good point.
No,
I
it's the
should.
only one that can do it.
Yeah. Hey, honestly, if I ever did gear a First Order, like the only one that actually like kind of makes sense is the Sith Trooper because he's not full First Order.
Yeah.
He would actually kind of be fun. I've seen some cool videos with him on other teams, on the Sith team. So maybe one day.
There you go. All right, you want to go ahead and pimp your stuff, Clash, before you have to head off?
You guys know where to find me. Scoundrel Discord, all things Scoundrels, Clash DOE on YouTube. And other than that, you guys have a lovely day.
All right. Thanks, Clash.
All right, Finn, next question. I'm going to try to get Scribe in here. He just popped in the chat. I'm like, hey, why don't you come on in here, buddy? Come on. Come
Get
on,
your butt in
gang.
here, bro. Come on.
Come on, gang.
Way too many accents in this chat.
Do
Okay.
it.
So, Ned,
What?
question to
That's
you.
so gritty.
That is racist, Finn. You are
That's great.
racist, sir.
It's not racist.
You're-
It's true. We have an Aussie. We have
It's
an English
racist.
person.
It's true.
We're bringing
Oh
a
my
Spanish English
god.
person.
No, it's not that we have accents. You said there's too many accents.
Yeah,
That's the racist
we're going to be
part.
outnumbered, Ranger. We're going to be outnumbered.
Oh my god.
The Aussie accent is nothing like the English accent.
No,
I
it's not. I
mean-
didn't say it was.
I mean,
But
We have an Aussie.
bringing Scribe in, having Scribe and myself,
I
that
mean,
English accent, it
goddamn
raises the
racist Finn.
class level of the conversation.
I mean, it's a Spanish British accent. I don't know where that fits into the pantheon of things, but it's there. All right. Here we go. Next question for you, Nev. Question is from Nightmare, and question is: have theory crafters given up all hope on a dot team ever forming?
I've not seen there might be some theory crafting getting done by Ian and Indigo and Klesso and End All Be All, but most people just seem to be concentrating on GAC at the moment. I haven't seen a huge amount. I mean, I've got that little notification bell ticked off for all of the theory crafting YouTube accounts, but I haven't seen a massive amount of theory crafting for anything at the moment. So it might be on the back burner for a lot of theory crafters. I mean, I myself, I haven't really been theory crafting that much. I will be doing some theory crafting on my Merc account once my Jedi Knight Luke is worth theory crafting with. But yeah, I think you're just going to have to wait for that ultimate DOT team. You're just going to have to wait for it, mate.
I do like the characters that are available here, right? I mean, I like Vader lead, right? Vader lead would be our dot lead. Then we have, Wampa. Gamorrean Guard is actually a good tank because he dots on his basic. I think people forget that. You have Wampa, and you could then go Piet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Piet with that. I don't know if anyone has tried like that kind of team of Vader lead, Piet, Wampa, Gamorrean Guard, and then Canderous.
I mean, you could give Scorch the Hoss a shout when he's doing his when he does his GAC on his YouTube channel, because he does have a Relic 7 Gamorrean Guard, and he's got a Relic Vader and he's got a Relic Wampa. So you could always hit him up and ask him to try something during one of his GACs. You know, toggle on over to Scorch the Hoss's channel next time he's doing a GAC and ask him, mate.
I've got a Gear 12 Gamma Guard that smashed the crap out of Mace the other day, but you know, it's Mace. So
Great,
that's Mace.
Great,
Yeah.
you beat Mace. Good job.
That's like beating a youngling.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Cheers,
not much
man.
farther.
Big shout out to you, bro.
Jesus.
Yeah.
How are we all doing today?
Hello,
Good.
Scribe. Finn's
It's good.
racist. He says that your appearance brings too much accents to the channel.
Well, I
We're
don't know about
outnumbered.
that.
We're
I
outnumbered.
can talk with a Welsh accent if you want.
There you go.
That
Hey,
also
boy,
doesn't
oh.
help.
That
That
doesn't
defeats.
help, yeah.
That
You don't think
still
it'll
just-
help?
He's just,
Oh.
just ignore him. He's just Finn's in the mood.
We
No,
could all
we
talk
have-
with
we
a
have an
Birmingham
Australian.
accent. We could talk like we're from Birmingham. How'd you like that one?
Yes, Geordie.
Oh God, I'm not doing. Don't. No.
One
I'm
quarter-
originally from Middlesbrough. I will
One
never do a
quarter
Geordie accent.
portion. All right.
One quarter
One.
I can do an
quarter
Australian accent.
portion. Good job.
You
Can
really
do a New
nailed that
Zealand
one,
accent, Heinzie.
Yeah, I can do an Australian accent, bro. Absolutely, I can, cuz. Absolutely, yeah, man. Absolutely, bro. I can do a New
Sound
Zealand
like
accent.
Korg now. My name's Korg. I'm made of rocks.
Well, these stick keepers.
Anyway, let's give Scribe a question there, Finn. You racist.
Absolutely. I'm ready.
All right. Okay, the next question would be mean to you. So hold on. Next question is from Icehouse SWGOH. And question to you, Scribe, is who's the next character that's been around since the beginning that'll get a rework?
Well, I think we know it's not going to be Mace. Sorry, Rambam. Who is the next character that's been around since the beginning to get a rework? Absolutely nobody that is a requirement for either GL. So Farm Boy Luke, who's probably going to be in next one, is out. Sidious is out. Oh my God, that's a tough one, actually. That is a tough one.
I'm going to throw one out there.
Go for it.
IPD.
Oh, IPD. Yeah, man, IPD needs a rework because his explosion now is basically
That's all they have to rework.
what other characters do on a basic. So,
Do you think they're reworking in that situation? Are they reworking IPD or are they reworking the massive damage?
Just the damage.
I think they should rework massive damage
Okay.
because IPD's kit isn't actually that bad. It isn't terrible, but massive damage really does need a rework because you've got the likes of It's Savage and IPD both do massive damage, and these days, like I said, other characters do that on basic. Like, it kind of takes away a lot of the sting of those characters, so they get used for other things instead. So yeah, maybe I'll go with Ranger and think instead of actual IPD, just a rework of massive damage would be really beneficial. Bring some viability to some old characters.
Yeah, put him in the Vader team, and if he's got a rework, you're like,
It's
delicious. All right, Finn, we're back to the top with the creamy center, Heinzie. And
I've
you're
been called a
muted,
lot
Finn.
of things. Creamy Center is not one I've ever thought of. I'm not going to lie.
No, it's filled with beer. It's not creamy at all. Okay. So question to you from Heinzie. This was a question that I was going to ask Scribe because he came in, but it would be mean to him. So for you, Heinzie, I want to use Jedi Knight
for
Luke.
me. So,
No, it's not mean to
I
you.
I get the cast-offs. I get the cast-offs. Okay, let's go.
No,
yeah.
you get the question that would have just been mean to Scribe because it is a Jedi Knight Luke question, and currently,
I can help you with that. Yeah.
yes. So, question to you from NR Wilson: I want to use Jedi Knight Luke on the Jedi Knight Revan team. What do I do with my Grandmaster Yoda?
Kitty.
I still wanted to see Smudge.
Of course she does.
Okay, so again, it depends on who you're going up against. I mean, I sometimes I tend to use him actually in a Grievous lineup if you're using Jedi Knight Revan as well. So I'll go Jedi Knight Revan, I'll go Jedi Grandmaster Yoda, I'll go Hermit Yoda as well, Jedi Knight Luke because he just stuns the crap out of everyone and stops them from going. It's awesome, and Jolie. That's a lineup that we used even last night, Ranger. That worked really, really well. So it's a solid lineup. Just completely stops them because if they throw BB-8 in the mix, they tend to speed up a bit as well. And then, Jedi Knight Luke just goes whack, stops them in their tracks, and you can just get in and just smash them around a bit. It works really, really well.
Yeah, the counter of Jedi Knight Luke, especially against Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, is legit. It is a legit counter. And all you're doing is you're taking the characters that are on that team and you're ramping up Luke, and he just starts one-shotting. It's unbelievable. And if you get down to the end with Luke and Kylo Ren, Luke's got a damn good shot at beating Kylo Ren. I mean, he really does, because Kylo's going to miss. And Luke's going to just keep hitting the crap out of Kylo Ren. So, Loki the other day, I used it the other day. Loki did it the other day and got 60 banners against the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren team with his Luke team. So it's a legit strategy. You have to have relics on the characters, obviously, except for Basila. I mean, she's just there to do two things. I mean, if you can get relic on her, that's fantastic. But you want to keep ability blocking her on Kylo Ren, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and just all the characters are calling assist Luke, and he just starts one shot. After a couple turns of him ramping up, it's pretty brutal. So it's a legit counter to the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren team. So who would ever thought, man? Luke, the man, the myth, the legend, is actually disgusting. All right, I have no idea where we're at, Finn. We just did the preloader.
We went to Heinzie, yeah. So we're to Nev.
Okay, yeah. Let's go to not the Flare Nev.
All right.
Not the flip.
All right. So question to Nev, from BJ Finley, and the question is: pretty much every mod I have has a secondary with speed, and I'm still maxing out on mods. What's the range of sellable secondary speeds mods?
A lot.
Well,
Good question.
if it's I mean, if it's that tight, then if it's blue and it's got 5 or less, sell it.
Yep.
If it's blue and it's got 5 or less, sell it. Simple as that. Just get rid. I mean, if you've got some purples that don't have any offense on and they're 5 or less, definitely get rid of those. If you've got some gold with single-digit speed and the rest of the secondary stats are trash. I mean, if you've got like high percentage on offense or high flat offense with a single speed, then
unless you hit 5 or something on the mod, like a crit chance or something that's crazy, stick it on the mod or protection.
I mean, if the speed is a single digit, but it's gold and one single stat has rolled every single time 5 times, so it's like showing. I mean, I've got a mod that's got 10% potency on it because the potency ran to. So I kept that. I mean, even though the speed was 5, it's like 10% potency on one mod as a secondary stat. I kept it. Likewise, if an offense has rolled to 3 digits, or if tenacity's rolled to like 8, so if the single stat, one single stat, and it's a decent single stat, has rolled 5 times and the speed hasn't, then keep that simply because of that one single stat. But everything else, if it's just trash secondary stats and it's a single speed like 5 or less,
if
for
you got
gold,
like 2, 2, 2,
blue,
or
purple,
2, 3, 2,
sell
2,
them. Yeah, sell them.
And it's because we have limited space. Even once you get all the mods on the characters, and then there's only so much mods you can work on. So you know, in an ideal world, we can just maybe see if the blue hits to maybe 15 or higher, but unfortunately, you just can't do it. One, because materials for slicing is a pain in the ass, and then two, you just don't have the space. You know, I've got mods on everywhere, and I mean, I'm constantly looking at my mods like, okay, all these blue fives got to go. I got to make space to try to roll some mods that'll do better for me. You know, it's just the nature of the game that we're playing right now. So, all right. Next question for Gibraltar's most eligible bachelor, Scribe.
That'll be me.
Yes, that would be you.
Okay. Scribe. Question to you from Hobie. Obi-Wan Kenobi. And so Hobie's question is, do you think we will get Hondo and pirates in the game?
Yes.
What year?
No, yeah, no, I'm pretty certain
or
that, yeah, at some point we will. I think CG are very well aware of the fact that Hondo and his pirate crew are a fan favorite, and it's probably just a matter of timing, you know? I think eventually we will see it when we get a bit of a lull in the game. At the moment, we're still riding the high of these new GLs, and before that, you know, before the original GLs came released, we had the Old Republic characters. I don't know if anybody watched. Well, Ranger, you were part of Cubs' video recently where Carrie came on, and she mentioned that the Old Republic lot that they brought in, you know, Jedi Knight Revan, Darth Revan, Malak, that whole trilogy, that was set up to be a bridge between a lull in the movies, not much going on. And I think when they're on a little bit of a downer as far as content is concerned, they'll bring Hondo out of the back pocket and they'll put him into the game along with the pirate crew. Definitely.
I agree.
Yeah, no. Crumb confirmed that at Celebration as well. For 9 months of the year, Capital Games are kind of like told by Lucasfilm, this is what we want, and then CG themselves get like a 3-month period every single year where they can pretty much put into the game whatever they want. So
we're probably in a period right now with these new GLs that these are probably forced on CG, like. The GL is definitely a Lucasfilm thing that they want in. Yeah. So maybe the start of next year we'll see a period in which they can have a little bit more autonomy. Maybe that'll be Hondo. I'm not sure if it will, but maybe it will be. Who knows?
All right.
Imagine they've got a lot on their plate with stuff like Mandalorian, new season coming. You know, you've got an old Ben Kenobi season in the works as well. There's a lot of content that they can push out at the moment. So.
All right. Back to the top with not Miss H.
Well, let me get one question in here for everyone because we have a for the panel question.
Oh.
So let me start with Scribe and move up. So Scribe, start with you. Question from Nathan H for the panel. Which character that most people ignore do you find useful in GAC or Territory War?
I would go with Plo Koon even. And I'm not talking about his ship. Everybody uses his ship if they've run in a negotiator fleet. But as a secondary Jedi that you can throw into either a Bastila lead or even JKR, he actually has a lot of viability just because he can pass turn meter and dispels on a basic. I don't advise gearing him to relics or anything like that. A G11 Plo makes quite a useful drop-in character for B-tier Jedi. That's my advice.
That's science.
Okay.
Science.
Nev.
Mine would be Maul in a Sith Triumvirate. So if your Sith Triumvirate aren't that hot, going in against Geos, you throw Maul in there, just get one AoE off. You want lots of potency on your Maul, so that he does a full house of daisies on the Geos. Then Hive Mind just doesn't work. And your Nihilus, whoever they're zooming in on, just survives. It just makes the survivability of a weaker Sith Triumvirate better. It makes they just survive a little bit longer. Just throwing in a high potency Maul just for that one days. He's either a sacrificial lamb or he gets an AoE off. He gets a bunch of days in there, and yeah, it's my go-to extra. It's my go-to fourth for Geos, definitely.
Okay, and Heinze.
Latest one that I've been using is actually, believe it or not, Hoth Rebel Scout. I've got Mon Mothma and throwing Hoth Rebel Scout in there just with the turn meter extra add works really, really well. I've been using that a fair bit, and it's something that actually picks up from the reworks as well lately, from our boy Scarif Rebel Pathfinder. So no, I've been using him, and that works actually quite well. Quite a surprise. No one really uses him too much, and it's something that works quite well.
Science.
There you go. Okay. Now, Heinzie, question for you.
Yes, sir.
From Nathan H.
Nath,
When
my
do
boy.
you use each finalizer ability in your battle?
Oh,
Do you
crap.
use
Okay.
finalizer?
Not too often. I use him again as cleanups. So I tend to use, if I'm correct, I tend to use the turn meter ability back onto Kylo Ren's shuttle that then feeds turn meter to everyone else, and then basically is just slam all the assists through to silencer and just smash them all through silencer as much as possible. Get hunted on the tank. So if you're going up against Houndstooth or a tank, get the hunted ability out from finalizer straight onto your tank, and it just starts ripping them a new one. And it's a good cleanup, but yeah, I wouldn't use it off the bat. It needs basically take the Imperial TIE bomber, take that and just give it a first order tag. Call it a new ship, but don't change anything. But pop it in there so that we can use it with the finalizer. That's all that's missing, and that would be a seriously good fleet lineup. Same thing with the Raddus. Give us the resistance bomber. Same sort of thing, and they can be usable because a lot of people have invested a lot into those ships, the capital ships, and really they've been, dare I say it, pretty bloody useless. Not ideal.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next question to the Nevinator.
All right. So, Nev, question to you from Darsion 1972. And the question is, after Galactic Legend Luke and Palpatine, could it be Galactic Legend Obi-Wan and Fallen Anakin with red eyes from Episode 3? And if so, CG would have to have Obi-Wan cut off Anakin's limbs and watch him burn for the events. What is your thought?
My thoughts is they're just going to keep peddling the sequel trilogy characters, so I don't. It'll just be too random, you know. It'll just be another 2 sequel trilogy characters. They had the chance to make Galactic Legends interesting by picking 2 characters that weren't sequel trilogy. They opted not to do that, so I don't think that they'll step outside sequel trilogy characters. It'll be another, I don't know, Snoke and I really, really don't know, but I don't think they're going to step outside sequel trilogy characters for these Galactic Legends. I think Lucasfilm have said, yeah, Galactic Legends must be sequel trilogy, and make all of the other ones like Legends or Heroes Journeys and stuff like that. I really do genuinely think that's the way that Lucasfilm are dictating to CG and EA regarding this game. So I don't know what characters they'll come up with, but I think that's what I think will happen for the next GLs.
Do you think the GLs are permanently like that, or do you think GLs are just like that right now because of the recency?
I think GLs are going to be permanently sequel trilogy. I think give people, they're just going to keep peddling sequel trilogy characters as GLs. That's what I think. After this new set of GLs that they brought out, that's what I think. Hermit Luke would have been better as a legendary, and the Palpatine would have been better as a legendary, and it would have been much, much better and a lot more well received if the new GLs that they brought out were from the clone era, like a GL Mace and a GL Trace. That the Spider General, I think something like that would have been more widely accepted from the player base than two sequel trilogy characters. Because people are like, really? But if it had been Mace and a Separatist general, people would have been like, yeah, nice one. Okay, this is interesting. So yeah, but I don't think that that's a CGEA choice. I think that that's Lucasfilm dictating down the food chain. These GLs are only going to be sequel trilogy, and that's it. You're only picking a GL can only be sequel trilogy. Take it or leave it.
All right. Next question for scribing with ink and pen.
All right. So, Scribe, question to you from What Else 73 says, why haven't they identified Hermit Yoda as a requirement for Galactic Luke yet?
That's
Is that
another
because
one.
it would be too obvious, or would we be scared?
Would we be scared? Did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Hermit Yoda is perfectly viable as a requirement for Jedi Master Luke, just because it makes complete sense from a lore point to have him as a requirement. However, they've already been incredibly generous, I feel, with some of the requirements for Jedi Knight Luke as far as an old player base is concerned. Throwing in another, what is essentially a doubling up relic character for a GL seems a little too nice for them. So maybe we'll see him as part of the last requirements, but I have a feeling they're probably going to add a little bit more bite to Jedi Knight Luke, and introduce characters that we're not expecting to have to gear. He's already part of the requirement for Jedi Knight Luke. I know we have other characters that fit that mold, but my instinct tells me he's not going to be a requirement, even though it makes sense. So
He's already a requirement for Jedi Luke, so I mean.
yeah, exactly. They'd probably up the relic level from like 3, is it, for Luke, to 5. Maybe they'll go to 7. I don't think they will, though. 5, I think, is the lowest they'll do for Luke. So if he does appear, he'll probably be an R5 requirement, and we'll have like R7 farm boy.
Yep.
Yay.
All right, let's go.
I think
back.
that's what I think that shouldn't be forgotten with a lot of the characters with Luke. I know Ranger, you brought it up on Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the characters required for Jedi Master Luke right now, they're friendly because there are a lot of the meta characters we're using, but there are a lot of event characters in there. There's a lot of legendaries. Jedi Knight Luke is kind of the new type here. So there are other characters required for Jedi Master Luke through the requirements of those event characters. So just because you don't see it directly, don't think that they're not required, right? So you are going to need Hermit Yoda, like Scribe was saying and like Ranger was saying. He's a requirement for Jedi Knight Luke, and Jedi Knight Luke is needed for Jedi Master, so there you go.
Yeah. All right, let's go back to the Foster's mascot, Heinze.
All right, so Heinze, question to you from Buzzsaw.
Buzzy.
And Buzzsaw's question is non-galactic legend counter to galactic legend Rey. What would you pick, and how would you mod it?
Smoke.
This is my bread and butter, man. I wish I got this question.
I know, but we just love seeing Scribe. We just love seeing him.
Scribe, just take it, man.
No,
Okay,
no,
Scribe,
come
take
on,
it.
Heinze. You're
Scribe,
supposed to be
take
helping
it.
the
No.
people.
No, let Scribe take it.
Oh,
We want the people.
God.
We want to help the people, man. Seriously. Yeah. Scribe.
This is for Ray, yeah?
Just go.
Was that
for
Ray,
Ray,
Finn?
for Ray.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
fine. Yeah, okay. So I would say the most reliable and free-to-play friendly counter to Ray is Vader. There's no way around it. You can do it with an R3 Vader, which is a requirement for Jedi Knight Luke. Vader lead against Ray is better than others. I know some people like to run Thrawn lead. I prefer Vader lead. Stick the dots on there. Mod him for either offense with potency or crit damage with potency. You go for potency on the cross as a primary, crit damage on the triangle, doesn't matter on the circle. On the arrow, I'd go for speed. You don't need crap loads of speed, get him around 250. For your side characters, you have to have Thrawn, you have to have a pre-taunt, take your pick out of GBA, Sith Empire Trooper, Shore Trooper, whoever you like. The most reliable other character that I would have in there would be Traya. And honestly, it doesn't matter immensely how you mod them. Have a lot of speed on your Thrawn. Go to town, learn the turn order, the moves that you need to do with Vader. Start off with Merciless Massacre, get the Force Crush on, not on Rey personally. You need to have Watt in there as well to pass weapon tech to Vader at the start. Sorry, let's get that clear. So start off with Merciless Massacre, Force Crush on someone who is not Rey, then use Culling Blade on Rey. That will get Watt to assist, place more dots on Rey, and it will also lower her protection. Then you just go around the ring of Rosie, fracture Rey, get back into your second Force Crush, land that, second Merciless Massacre, you'll take out Rey before she goes into Ultimate, and then it's game over.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
I do it every day on climbing. It's straightforward.
All right.
Unless you come up against an auto set with Galactic Legend Ray, Relic 7 BB-8, Relic 7 Shark T, Relic 7 Jedi Knight Luke, and a Relic 7
Grievous.
General Grievous that we copped last night. That did not go
You
great.
had that on defense.
Yeah.
Auto
auto
set on
deploy.
defense.
It was an
We had
auto
two
set. So.
last night, and
mate.
we couldn't hit anyone else because Grievous was in there. BB-8 just kept just spawning, and we had to keep hitting that
mate.
jerk. And yeah, it was not pretty. So no, it
I'll
works
go and watch
in
that.
every
I'll go
situation except for that one. But that's a whole different story.
Yeah. Sorry for stealing your question there,
That's
Heinz.
right.
No, not at all, man. I'm glad you answered it because seriously, that was much better than what I would have done.
Let's get
I'm not
Heinz
gonna
your
lie.
question, Finn. Like, what's his favorite lightsaber or something like that?
Give me an easy one.
Okay. Easy one. What is no, sorry. The Ice House SWGOH. Question to you is I'm in the toilet bowl for this round of GAC.
Welcome, my
What are
world.
what are some non-meta teams I can put on defense? I'm 6.5 million GP and only have Galactic Legend Ray.
Ooh, okay. Only Galactic Legend Ray. Okay, so again, it depends on the problem with GSC. The questions for GSC are really hard because it depends on who you're going up against and what they've got as well. Good options that work well. Again, there's even a low-geared Mon Mothma is doing the business at the moment with the Rebels in there. That works
Ball.
great. If you've got a Relic Pow, that is just nasty. You can get caught out really, really easily on that, and we've had that happen to us before. That works great. Other options.
It depends on what you're trying to accomplish too, right?
Yeah.
So for me on my defense, now I'm putting 2 Galactic Legends down, but before I would put 1 down, and the other thing that I would do is I had teams. They're not there for defense because I mean most people have the counters at especially at our level of Division 1, right? It's just what team can I put together to steal banners? It's really again another thought process about it because hey, if you get a defense, fantastic, right? But if you can
get
take
dropped,
banners,
it's like gold. It's like gold.
Yeah, so if every team like Grievous steals banners, the Night Sisters can steal banners. These teams that you put on defense and where you place them will steal banners. It's not necessarily just about the defensive holds. And I always tell people focus more on offense. Teams like Grievous, Night Sisters, Geos, the Mon Mothma team, these teams that you can put down, they're really solid. And you keep your heavy hitters. Now, again, the 1 or 2 teams you put down as your heavy hitting, like FU, try to get through this thing, you can still do. But these other teams are just there to steal banners, right? You have those 2 teams that make them think, what am I going to use here? But there's not a lot of wiggle room. Everybody knows the counters to all the counters at this point, so it's just a matter of what you have. Mods are a huge deal about this. If you see your Darth Revan's faster than theirs, you put Darth Revan down on defense, they're going to have a hard time with it, right? So
either that or they have to waste a really top meta counter like the gas against your Darth Revan, and that's a win in itself.
Yeah.
That's right. If Icehouse is looking for a diamond in the rough team, which Icehouse is in chat at the moment, looking for a diamond in the rough team right now, if you want a diamond in the rough team, this is what you do. Relic 7, all 3 Tuskens, chuck in the Kira Lee.
No, that's awful.
I know. Honestly, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, but seriously,
Heinz is right. Heinz is actually right.
God.
I've got one of my guys who sets that consistently in territory wars on the front row. I kid you not. I'm a 325 mil GP guild. It gets holds, bro, because no one knows what the hell to counter it with.
The problem is the nest. They forget the Kira nest the Kira nest combo. They focus on the Relic Tuskens. They underestimate it. And then Nest wipes them out. That's the thing. So it's about deception with that team. It's not the Tuskens. It's the fact that you Relic Tuskens. They focus on that and completely forget about the Kira Nest combo.
Yeah. They get you caught with their single ball, baby.
If
I'm serious.
If
it
GP
happens.
is 8 million and above, go Relic your Tuskens. Okay, don't do it now.
You're at that level, yes.
And if you're looking for some people I cover a lot of people. Content creator with the best defensive record that I know is End All Be All. He gets more holds. He gets more territory holds from his defense than any other GAC competitor I know. Dylar is also another one. Bitcoin is another one. And where
is that because they focus more on defense or?
No, I mean, it's not that End All or Indigo or Dylar focus on defense. It's that they know how to across for the best of both worlds. They know how to. I mean,
The balance.
they know how to balance. I mean, Endall is a beast at
he's
defense. Endall is a absolute top tier beast when it comes to defense. The amount of times he has shut the door on his opponents and stopped them from getting any territories. I mean, I report on the guy every single week, and there's always at least 1 or 2 rounds every single week where his opponents aren't even getting past 2 territories. And he does not have a over the top. We're not talking about someone with 8 or 7 or even 6.5 million GP. We're talking about somebody in the 6 million GP area that just knows what to do with their roster. So Indigo, Dylar, but if you're looking for somebody, if you're really, really struggling with defense, go and watch Endall Be All and just check out his stats on SWGOH.gg. Just look at what he puts in defense from SWGOH.gg.
That works great, man. And on the flip side, adding to that as well, GP means stuff all in GSC these days. If you got the mods and you got the relics, it doesn't matter what the hell your GP is. You're going to kick some butt. If you got a lean roster, I go in quite often against, 600k up to 1 mil, GP above my opponent, and that doesn't matter. It's all about mods and it's all about relics. You've got the right characters, right? You've got the right ones modded perfectly. It doesn't matter what your GP is. It's more relevant than ever, straight up.
And I will add, Endall Be All does not get full cleared. Ever.
Yeah, and that's what I mean, because he's got the right relics and the right mods on the right characters.
He never, ever gets full cleared. It is such an impressive record.
All right. I have no idea where we're at. That was Heinz's question. We're back to the nav there, Finn, and I need him. I'll be right back. So take over, Finn.
Okay. So, question to you, Nev, from NR Wilson. Question is, do you think we're going to get a legendary Leia or a rework of one of the existing Leias?
I think we'll get a general solo before we get a rework of any of the other layers. Yeah, I do think we'll get a general solo at some point. Hopefully we'll get a general solo and we'll get a general solo and we'll get a veteran Lando so that we can have a veteran squad. I just think that would actually be quite cool.
The OAP squad.
The OAP squad. I really think that would be an awesome squad to have, I mean, it would mean going for, GL Snake Plissken, but to have her in the lead with a veteran Lando and a Viagra twins, that would be a pretty awesome team.
There you go. And then the last question before we jump into some fun questions here for Scribe. The Scribe, question to you from NR Wilson. And I'll double check to make sure this is the last serious question because I have to refresh Nightbot. But NR Wilson question. I don't know if you caught it earlier. We were talking about reworked characters. We talked about IPD rework, but really it was more reworking the massive damage thing. So NR Wilson said, Galactic Legend Rey does massive damage 3 times. How would reworking massive damage affect Rey?
Well, I think really, if you remove massive damage as a flat figure and make it scale off offense and that sort of thing, that way you can have, I don't know if you understand or have looked in the mechanics of how damage is dealt in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Basically, it's a combination of either your physical, your special offense, the corresponding either resistance or armor or defense on the character, and then there is a multiplier, a damage multiplier that is applied to an ability, such as your basic might have a multiplier of 1.5, for example. That's Rey's basic, yeah? GL Rey's basic is a 1.5 multiplier. So you take your physical offense, you times it by the 1.5 multiplier, and then you subtract it against the corresponding defense of the character. So as it is right now, you've got massive damage is 99,999. It's a flat figure because back in the day when these characters were introduced, that was considered to be massive damage. That would one-shot a character no matter what. These days with relics, that's no longer the case. So if you instead remove that massive damage and change the multiplier to be an obscenely high number, so for example, the upper echelons of abilities, I think young Lando has got the highest base multiplier on an attack, and I think it's around 4.7, which is huge. It's massive. You know, normally you see big hitting attacks like Yoda's second special where he does the remove TM ability. I think that's a multiplier of 2.7. So 4.7 is crazy damage. It's just nobody has got a Relic 7 young Lando. So if you have massive damage, have a multiplier of, say, 5, then you would be able to have damage that scales with a character rather than be dependent on a arbitrary number. And that way, yeah, Rey would do stupid damage with her Whirlwind, but she does so anyway. You kind of use that, you expect it to one-shot whoever she's targeting, so it doesn't necessarily change her viability outside of raids, for example. It would actually improve her in raids, because right now she's trash in raids. So that's my thought on it. Anyway.
No, I think that makes sense. Yeah, they would have to either change the number on damage, which completely throw it off, or, like you said, change the multiplier. It would still make Rey quite beastly, though.
Oh, yeah.
Beastly. 3 times massive at least right now, there's a small chance that some characters may be able to, if they're another supreme, another galactic legend, right? Because still, it's what, 27,99999 damage that you're or no, 29,999,87.
It's
damage.
like 280,000 damage or something.
Yeah.
And some characters can tank that hit. Some characters can. Most likely other GLs, or if you manage to get a character to stack enough HP, like maybe Grievous. I don't know. He's got pretty stacky HP.
Yeah, it would be
would throw off
HP and
that.
defense combo to try and just reduce it down. Yeah, it would be nasty.
Yeah,
So.
but don't forget, other GLs have also got, they take reduced damage from massive damage attacks. So there would still be that mitigant. So it wouldn't just one-shot opposing GLs. Depends how they want to take it, I guess.
Yep.
But I think it would definitely give her more viability in raids, which would be handy.
Yeah, it would. Okay, now we are on to some of the fun questions.
Oh, I came back just in time for the fun questions.
So, first fun question is for everyone. We'll start with Scribe here. Question is from Tilo Mad. What's your favorite character in-game to use, and why?
Ooh. Favorite character, not like favorite squad.
Yeah.
I am tempted to say either Shakti or Raidhan, one or the other, and both for very different reasons. Raidhan, really more so because of his synergy and working with Chewie is a lot of fun, just to see lots of damage, lots of assists, lots of fun. And my Raidhan and Chewie are R7, so they just melt things. And Shakti, because she's got quite a nuanced kit, and she can fit in a lot of different teams, and she adds an element of survivability and technicality that I find really useful. You know, the fact that she can heal up, the fact that she can cleanse, the fact that she can dispel on a basic, the fact that she can fit in a clones team or a Padme team or a Jedi team, she's useful. So one of those two.
Did you take notes on that, Heinze?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Nev, what about you? Favorite character used in game and why?
It's got to be the Wampa at the moment. I just, you know, it's a Relic 3 Wampa. It's just so much fun watching him just smash teams into oblivion. And I mean, I've been using my Relic Wampa in Squad Arena on my main account recently. I throw him in with CLS and C3PO because he just constantly counters, you know, whether in taking him in against a Revan team or another CLS team. He's just a lot of fun. And obviously in GAC, it's a lot of fun taking him in for solos.
Oh, Phoenix, watch out. Any rebels?
Did we do Heinze already? I'm interested in this.
No, Heinze is next.
No, I've got three actually.
Just do one.
One's not enough. No, I've got three.
No, how about one?
So, shut up, Ranger. I got three, right?
No, how about one?
No, I got three. Mando, fun AF. Dead set. If you're a bounty hunter lover, the insta killer's magnificent. Come on, Ranger. You know you love Mando, bro. You know it's amazing.
Said one, and you just
I'm going three. Just suck it up. Run with it. All right. Okay, I'm going three. Okay. Jedi Knight Luke is fun as well. He's just crash and bash, assist, damage output, and stun is just so much fun. And yeah, Chewie is definitely the third one, straight up. I mean, his assist as well in a CLS team is just really, really great. So there's three. So suck it up, run with it, Ranger. Love you, bro.
That's not fair. I want 3 as well.
See what you done, Heinzie?
I want 3 as no, I don't. I'm just
I want 4.
I'm just winding you up, Ranger, because I know you.
Oh no, you're not
just
winding me up. It's Heinzie. Just do whatever he wants.
Oh, I didn't know there were rules here, bro. But okay,
Yeah,
that's
there
right.
are. There are a little bit of etiquette protocols.
Oh,
that
is
you'd like
there?
to follow.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
I know
Oh,
you're
you
an
should have told me that at the
Australian,
start, man.
and you
You didn't
don't
tell me
care
that.
about that stuff because you're all a bunch of criminals.
I didn't get that memo being a convict down under, brother.
You're like, yeah, they are. We kicked them out of our country.
Yes.
Yeah, who continuously wins in a game that the Englishman made, but that's a whole different story. That's not
That would be
Jurgen.
us, because you're talking about rugby again, aren't you?
no, you
where
know I'm
you
talking
lose.
cricket, brother. You know I'm talking about cricket because you guys suck at that and you made it. Anyway,
Damn
go
it, Durgan. So
Yeah, I think
Durgan
you're forgetting the
disagrees
World
with
Cup
you.
here, mate.
What did Durgan say?
Durgan disagrees with Heinzie a little bit. He says, "I think Mando needs a rework. If you don't win the match after a certain amount of time, he gets mad and walks away from the fight."
Not wrong.
No, I want to see a Mando rework where he fights for a while. If you don't get the win, then just see Baby Yoda just sipping that bone broth. That's what we want. That's the ability that we want, brother. Let's be honest. You know it.
All right.
Wander in. If they don't
I
do a
got the new
rework-
Black Series. Someone got it for me. The Baby Yoda is only like this big, compared to the other Black Series figures. But it came with two things. It's the accessories, the frog, and a little cup of soup.
Feels so good.
All right, next Finn.
All right. Next, it's a question, kind of non-question, but it's from the engineer for Heinzie. Heinzie, are you ready?
Dude, I'm
you can
always
guess-
ready for anything you got to throw me in.
Yeah, you know what the topic is going to be. So he says, "Can I just thank Heinzie for the Jedi Luke mod event guide? Saved hours for me."
There you go.
Okay. Mwah! I'm glad you got Luke. Magnificent. Enjoy that hot unit of a character. He's magnificent. Good on you,
Why do
brother.
say it like that?
Congrats.
Jeez. Oof.
And then the next question from Helenix: If Foster's is Australian for beer, is Heinzie Australian for preload?
It's turning out that way very soon. The slang
Next
dictionary is going to. Yeah, that's already been. It's in the works.
Hey, is Hellenics Greek for Uzo? That's my only question. Dead set, straight up.
Look,
I'm pretty sure he would say yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I love Hellenics. He's a freaking legend. He set me up with that question. That sucks.
Well, these things
All right.
happen.
Darth Sion question for Ranger: Can we play real live Operation on Infinity? Think of all the fun you can have to shiv him.
Don't tempt him.
Don't tempt me, Frodo. I dare not.
I got a pretty steady hand after a couple of cans. I'll have a crack.
It's like, all right, Heinz, I remove the liver and the brain. You can do the heart. That's not the heart,
All right.
Heinzie. That's not the heart either, Heinzie. Get off his foot.
Next question. Next question from Dan B. Takeaways from the epic Harry interview yesterday.
I can't say anything because I was there.
The best takeaway from the Carrie interview is why the hell isn't she still at CG? I mean, let's be honest. That her leaving is probably one of the worst things that's happened this game for us as a player base. She was magnificent. Communication was great. Might not have been happy with some of the things she did, and there's haters. I get that, but overall, seriously, would you rather have Carrie back in the driver's seat right now? In comparison to what we've got, absolutely you wouldn't. If anyone disagrees with that, well,
Nobody can even name who's running the show at CG right now because he's never even said a thing. Richard
Yeah, he did.
something?
He was on Twitch. He was on Twitch doing their charity campaign. He
No,
has a
no,
Twitch
no. He
account.
likes cooking
Really?
shit. That's about all we know, right? Let's be honest. We don't know.
He
He's a
hasn't said a
cook.
word since joining. Not a word, apart from being on this Twitch thing.
I said to Carrie on Twitter the other day that the same people that criticized her constantly just before she left would throw her a freaking parade if she came back.
It's not going to happen though.
I'll be
Like-
the front.
Yeah. She has no reason to come back now.
My
No,
takeaway from that
she's
is-
enjoying it. She's enjoying herself at Bungie far too much. There's no way that she's leaving that job. She loves her job at Bungie. She absolutely loves her job at Bungie.
I mean, they'd have to throw a big pile of money at her for her to leave.
The thing is, she wouldn't be happy if she came back. Like, from what I gathered from that interview, well, I say interview, that stream, was that she left of her own accord because the company was going down a path that she was no longer comfortable manning the helmet, because she didn't like the way it was going. So That's not changed. In fact, I would say that is developing worse in CG at the moment. They're pushing the envelope even more and more each time. Requirements for each new event is higher than previously. They're kicking out large events that are coming at a faster frequency than ever before. The gear requirement and the gear crunch right now is insane, worse than it's ever been. Yeah, she would never come back to that role because she knows that's what the status quo is. She's not going to be happy. She never liked doing that in the first place. So I think her move was great for her personally, perhaps bad for us, because she was probably the last bastion of defense that kept, an even keel on things at least. And it's a shame. It's a shame. But, best of luck to Carrie, and I hope she does great in the rest of her career. So.
Okay. Next question here is from Nightmare. Question for Heinze. How excited are you for the new raid after hearing Fulbright last night?
Dead set, man.
It's like I'm playing cards with my sister's kids.
I know. I'm sorry. Okay. So that was the first I heard that last night, and honestly, just do that. Come on, come on. How have we not got an extra raid by now? Oh, I could go on for hours. Okay. One of the best things, right? Here's a story for you. Just a quick one. I'll be really, really quick. Okay. The best story is one of our community guilds finished the heroic Sith raid. Okay, for the very first time. Okay, for the first time they finished it. 5 of them all had never met each other. They met in a bar in Australia. They all met, never ever met before, and they celebrated completing the heroic Sith raid in person together and celebrated, spent the night, had a great night. How the hell haven't we got another raid to get some unity together with your guilds? That would be incredible again. So bring that right now. That would be incredible. At least we got something to focus on again, because TPs suck balls. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it straight up.
Yep. And TW, they just don't care about. So it's been stuck where it is and they haven't changed anything. So.
Which is a shame because it's a fun game mode.
Fix the matchmaking. Enough said.
Yeah. Next question from Dan B. Question: with Warriors tier system becoming outdated, what's the best place to send a brand new player for that type of information? Anyone thought about doing an update to that? So I can comment on it. Ranger and I have talked about it before. I actually messaged Warrior, and Warrior has he put his stamp and he gave the blessing. We will start working on the new pillar system at RSG,
That's
continuing
sick.
what Warrior started.
Yep.
Never forgetting Warrior started it. That's why we wanted to ask him to make sure he was cool with it. But we will continue the pillar system for
That's
Warrior.
There is
So-
a Discord that, I mean, the guy that was originally working with Warrior is still kind of working on it a little bit, but yeah, he's still collating data on it at the moment, so it's nowhere near finished. You should definitely hit him up. If you are working on that, you should definitely hit him up.
Yeah, can you send me that, Nev? We'll definitely.
Yeah.
do that.
I'll send you an invite to that. I'll send you an invite to his Discord. Yeah, definitely.
Good. Yes, we will definitely do that then. So yeah,
As
so
a
we will.
Side note to that, Warriors pillar system was literally one of the first YouTube videos that I Googled when I first started playing this game about 2 years ago. And it set me on the path to like a properly lean roster and got me high in arenas, got me high in both fleet, and started helping me performing in raids. So it's got a warm place in my heart. So I love the fact that you guys are picking that up and going to evolve it into modern day environment for SWGOH. That's awesome.
Found him. I found Saitor. I found him. I'll copy him and send his info to you, Finn. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you, Nev. Yeah, so we'll work on that. That's probably something for the new year. We'll probably have at the beginning of that, just because of everything else going on. Well, we have the charity campaign and everything else coming too, so it's going to be a busy few months for us. So somewhere around the new year, you guys can be on the lookout for that. Let's see. Next question is for Heinze.
Yes, sir.
From Nathan H.
Uh-oh.
Does Heinze blame Finn or Foster's when he preloads?
Everyone, #blame Finn. We all know how this goes, guys. It's all Finn's fault. If I stuff it up, he's not there, but it's still Finn's fault. Let's be honest.
Science.
Mm-hmm.
Can't
That
argue
is
with
science more than anything, brother. Straight up.
Okay. Darth Hideous. How long has it been since Darth Hideous has shown up and told Finn to shut his bleeping bleep hole?
I hope they actually wrote bleeping bleep hole.
That is
because
exactly what Hideous
exactly
wrote.
what he wrote, yeah.
I miss
I'm so
Hideous.
proud of you.
Hideous is always here just to troll Chad and everything. I miss having Hideous around. He doesn't play
Hey,
anymore, but yeah.
Ben, can you shut your bleep hole? That'd be great, man. Cheers.
I
I'm
miss
an absolute
Hideous.
bleep hole.
Yeah.
Just saying. Science.
Yeah, science. All right, next question from Nightmare for Heinzie.
Yes, sir.
So for Heinzie, we've all seen the Heinzie as Slave Leia picture out there of you.
Yeah.
Was it hard for you to slim down for that pic, or was that pic just from your younger years?
Isn't it amazing what CGI and Photoshop will do these days, gentlemen? Let's be honest. Yeah, certainly not something I'm proud of. Caught me blindsided with that particular picture. I'm not going to lie. Yeah.
That was FD, right? Was that FD that brought it on?
Fighting Drunk put it together with a couple of other pics. Apparently, I actually had my face on top of Rose's picture from the Titanic. You know, the naked water mark. You know, the
drawn one.
Picture.
Yeah.
I'm
aware. I saw that.
Yeah, that was not pretty. Certainly not my finest moment. Having my face superimposed onto Rose there. I'm not going to lie. It's been a rough week for me, would be fair to say. If you want to watch that, then by all means grab a bucket and enjoy.
There you go. Gav P, question: how are y'all doing in Lightside GOTB or Hawk? Looks like we're on for 21 stars, falling just shy of 22. So we'll start with Heinzie. Where is your guild currently with?
Just looking now, man. I reckon we're looking at 22, almost on the edge of 23 right now. Just checking now. Hang on one sec. Better update. My TB officers, we got 22 locked. Going to be very close to 23. Again, it'll depend on the next few hours. But 23 would be realistic, but 22 is a lock already.
There you go. Nev.
We are currently at 10. Just double checking. Yeah. We're probably going to be finishing with 10. We're probably not going to hit 11 this time around.
Okay, Scribe.
We are at 13. We're not going to hit 14. No chance. I've yet to do my battles. I'm going to try and do the cam mission later, probably on Twitch, on 2 of my accounts. Hopefully that goes well.
There you go. Ranger, you want to say yours?
We're going for 22 right now, so it's going to be close, but we've got 21 guaranteed. It's just if we get to 22, we're right there. So I think we're going to get it. I'm hopeful.
Okay. And I'm at 10. We're just shy of 11. I think we can get it. We just need a few more people we're like 9 million away, so I think we should be able to get it. So 10 pushing 11. 11's our usual for Lightside Geo.
So much RNG with that territory battle, man. It sucks.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I mean, really, it's just a deploy and throw away your phone afterwards. Pretty much.
Close your eyes, hit auto.
Yeah.
Did I kill a round? Oh no, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Oh no, the game crashed. Screw it. Lightsaber.
All right. Darkside 1972 question for Heinzie.
Yes, sir.
I heard a rumor, since you're always preloading turn meter, that you're going to be putting out a video of the best cleanup teams. Inquiring minds want to see this. Thoughts?
I don't know, man. I don't know where that crap came from. I got no idea. Because if you watch the streams, it's very rare that I preload turn meter. It doesn't happen very often. If you watch that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So no, you're looking at the wrong guy for that. Let's be honest. Doesn't happen very often.
I think Cubs actually preloads a lot, I hear. So maybe go ask him.
No, he doesn't. He sells his mods. There's a difference.
Sorry.
Let's not go there.
Let's get our facts straight, folks. All right, you're our news organization.
It may come up in conversation on Rogue Actions this week. That's a whole different story. I may let him know about that they've released some mod packs just for him to top up because he sold them all. That may be in conversation.
The new I effed up and sold my mods pack.
Yeah, that's the pack. That's what they released. It's data mine, man.
$99 to roll back your mods to last week.
Science. It's going to happen, right? But overall, look, if you want counters, I'll help you. But yeah, I haven't got a list for it.
There you go. Okay. Next question, Nightmare. Ranger, what would you rather listen to? Heinzie's preload song or Finn reading Cisco's Christmas book.
Nightmare. Neither.
Hello, preload, my old friend.
That was not a cue for you to play that, you son of a bitch.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
Toilet
Sorry.
paper
Sorry.
fly.
And my ears
Sorry
are
about
bleeding.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry. Sorry.
Uh,
I hit the wrong button. Sorry, Ranger. Sorry, not sorry.
all right, next question.
We're friends for now. I'd like to
Next
keep it that
question
way.
from
bro.
Ice House for Heinzie. Question, Heinzie. What beer did you list at the best beer during your Cubs video since he muted you?
Yeah, he did. He muted me in my own freaking video,
So
man.
good.
That's ridiculous. I couldn't believe that. He mutes someone when they're recording their own video. That's just crap. Okay.
Well, you're
So,
muted. He kept talking about Foster's and how much you love it.
Yeah, but he was running the show, man. He was
Mhm.
running the show, and it was like all of a sudden, I just disappeared off my own video. That was just bull right there. Okay. Favorite beer at the moment is still I like Corona. Okay, I've got him here. Right, there's Corona there because at the moment Corona.
Oh God,
Dead
Heinzie
set
has the
across
Rona. Heinzie has the Rona. On
Oh my
stream.
God, we're
That's the only Rona I've got because Dead Set Corona can just go on right off. Right at the moment, it can just go and get stuff. So you know what? I'm going to drink it until we eradicate that stupid bloody virus.
So for every person that doesn't get the coronavirus, Heinzie is drinking a Corona beer. Is that effectively what's
You
happening?
guys, I'm taking one for the team, ladies and gentlemen. Dead Set, you're welcome.
He's going to have liver failure in like 2 days.
Why the hell couldn't we call it the Foster's virus? Damn it. We could have had so much
no
more
one would
traction.
touch that
The
stuff
beer
'cause
bug.
it's-
The beer bug.
All right. Next question, Nathan H. We'll go around here. We'll start with Heinzie. Nathan H., what meal would you want Chef Finn to prepare for you?
Vegemite toasty, bro. Thank you. That'd be great. You knock up a Vegemite toasty. I'd love that. That'd be amazing. Thanks, brother.
This is surprising that there's no Vegemite in Cooking Simulator.
I'll
Never.
send you some, man. I'll send you some. I'll do the Vegemite. Honestly, we'll do the Vegemite challenge, bro. Don't tempt me. I'll send you some.
No.
I'm just
Nev, what
saying.
about you?
Just saying.
it wouldn't work. I can't do it because I've eaten Vegemite before, so
Yeah.
it has to be Finn.
Yeah, Finn. Hey, dude, I'm saying I'm happy to send you some, brother. If you can, give me an address.
No.
Bang! There we go. Thane's gone bang. There you go. Heinzie, would you be willing to host the RSG celebrity dating game feat? Finity with the Swagger Angels and the SOS Night Sisters. Oh, wow. Okay.
Big responsibility there, Heinzie.
Well, that sounds so very nice.
So nice.
I'd be more than happy to play the host of Finn the Bachelor. Absolutely, that would be magnificent. He can just throw roses everywhere. Not rose ticos. Let's be clear.
No, not that.
Roses
No.
out there.
Make that distinction.
Yeah.
Happy to help the guy. Just hook him up. More than happy to help. I would be honestly. I would be the as you would say the ultimate man.
All right, next question. This is awful. Next question. Nathan H. Oh, that's just for Ranger. Sweet and sour, teriyaki, orange, or curry pork?
Sweet and sour. What was the other option?
Teriyaki, orange, or curry?
I'm gonna go with the curry. I like hot stuff. I'm a curry guy. So let's go with the curry.
There you go. Okay, next question, Nathan H. If you could have any Spaceballs character in the game, which would it be?
Helmet. It's got to be Helmet.
Yeah.
Easy. Keep
That's a
firing,
no-brainer.
assholes.
Really?
Now,
kinda
Lone
wanna-
Star, you will see why evil will always triumph because good is stupid.
I kind of want Barf. I love Barf.
Pizza the Hut.
I want
Princess
Barf.
Vespa. I want Princess Vespa.
Princess Vesa's a good one too. Yeah.
That show's awesome. I love that movie.
Mm-hmm. All right. Nathan H. For Heinzie. Heinzie,
Yes, sir.
question. When will people
Yes, sir.
realize that Heinzie is an absolute legend and superstar?
Oh, that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. That includes the panelists tonight. Like seriously, that's actually.
I'm sorry.
that's
Did we
actually
not say enough to you? Fuck you, Heinzie.
No. You haven't given me much love tonight, Ranger. I'm a bit disappointed. You know, I'm a bit low today. You know, no. That is lovely. Thank you, guys. No, honestly, it's still an honor. I've watched you guys for years on this show, right? And I seriously, early on, I never thought. No, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. I'm not dead set. I watch this and watch you guys do your thing, and then I never ever thought I'd be sitting in the chair here, joining in to help others. I love helping people where possible, and it's honestly an honor to be able to jump in and do this. It really is. No BS.
Well, we're glad to have you, buddy. All right. Anything else, Finn? Or
we have 2 more questions.
Right,
well, one question and one kind of statement. So Ziglet has a
no.
question for Finn. Would you whale out for Galactic Legend Rose Tico? So,
yes,
whale? No, I would not whale. However, I would get Galactic Legend Rose Tico if there was one in the game for the American Cancer Society.
Yes.
I am willing to sacrifice things in my roster and completely destroy it for the causes that we do for charity. So that would be a way that I would do it.
Yes.
So there is a way. Whaling, no, there's no whaling happening. However, I would go for a Galactic Legend for that reason. And then last question from Nightmare. Just wanted to say thank you to all of you for great content you guys keep putting out and keeping this game fun. You guys are awesome, and the communities you guys have created are even better. Cheers to you.
Hey, that's all you guys. You guys are the reason we do this stuff.
That's beautiful.
You know,
That's science right there, man. You can't argue with
science.
science. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go do GAC. I'm going to do it on Twitch because I really am sick of YouTube. I don't want to create another goddamn YouTube thing. And then, Finn, what time are you doing your GAC? You can just wait till right after I'm done? You're muted.
Probably around 3.
3? Okay, so we're going to go right into
You're
Twitch.
going on Twitch?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do mine on YouTube then. So we'll have one on YouTube.
Okay. If you want to... How do you create an event on... I got to get with you on Twitch. I always just wait till I start, and then I go back in and write the... You're muted again.
You have to edit the stuff first, and then just start streaming. That's it. Edit the channel, like the information first, and then start streaming. That's all you have to do.
Okay, I'll figure it out. All right, so now we're going to go around and let everybody pimp their stuff. Heinzie, and then, of course, we're going to go around to my GAC. Anybody here that's watching can sit around and watch as we go kick some ass in GAC. And then we'll watch Finn do it at 3, and then we should be good to go for D&D tonight at 8 p.m. So that'll be really cool. Be so cool. All right, so Heinzie, where can folks check you out at?
not hard to find, man. Heinzie ANZGC. Check Twitch, check YouTube. I'm not far away. Thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for having me today, guys. It really is a pleasure. Absolutely. And yeah, not hard to find. And if you can't find me, hit me up straight up. We'll work it out. Heinzie 8005 if you really need to. But otherwise, we'll see you Monday for the last Harpoons and Beer session, and then the Patreon catch up on Wednesday morning US time.
There you go. The Nev, where can folks check you out at?
Check me out at the Escape Podcast on Twitch TV. So that's an easy one. Obviously, Escape Podcastaways on YouTube. We've got a big charity stream, 24-hour Team Castaways versus Team Vasari 24-hour stream that starts later on today and will go all the way into Sunday. So come and check that out.
I'm going to try to help with that, but man, y'all last minute. I've got all this other streams. I'm going to be exhausted. I'm like, I'll try to jump on tomorrow and see if I can help out. So just message me tomorrow so I can hop in for a little bit. And
will do. And then obviously GA Center on Tuesday. Obviously, it's the end of the month, and the end of the month show usually comes a little bit longer because you've got that 24-hour period at the end of week 4 of GAC that kind of adds on to the stats going from CG to SWGOH.GG to us. So show probably be Wednesday this week, but we're halfway through the first season. So yeah, you definitely want to check out next week to see how all your favorite content creators are doing at the halfway point of our GA season.
All right, Scribe, what do you got for us, brother?
You can find me on both YouTube and on Twitch. Just take a look for Scribe Gaming, exactly as you see it here on my little Zoom meeting thing. So it's Scribe with a Y, and I usually stream all my GAC stuff on YouTube, and I do all my ancillary stuff on Twitch. Come find me, guys.
All right. And if you're watching this, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, comment, all that stuff that you hear this. And do me a favor, guys, not just for our channel, but for these awesome panelists. They take the time on a Saturday morning to be here to answer your questions about the game. So show them some love. Go to their YouTube channels, go to their Twitch channels, do all that stuff, and just support them. This is what we do here. We support each other. So what we're going to do now is, now that that's done, the panel can, whoever wants to stay can stay. We're going to go do my GAC, launch it on Twitch, and then we're going to and then I'll take a break. Finn will come out at 3:00 p.m. on YouTube's, and he'll do his GAC, and then after that we'll have a break until tonight, where we should do D&D and our big wild mount campaign. Get back into that, and then tomorrow, if everything works out, Finn, you will not be here tomorrow, right?
Correct.
They still want to do Star Wars D&D, so I'm gonna have to try to pull something out my butt on that. Way to be busy, Finn. Thanks a lot, Finn.
Good job, Finn.
Good job, Finn. So, but let's wrap it up. So we're gonna rock and roll. Last thing I'll say is wash your hands, wash your face, wear your mask, social distance, guys. Coronavirus is still a big thing out there, guys. Ain't gonna get through this until we get it under control. So we all have to work together. So do it. Do the right thing. Don't be that person that doesn't and get somebody sick. You don't want to have that on your conscience. So everyone have a great rest of your day. Thank you for joining us for the Jedi Academy, and we will holler at you later. Peace out.